So, some of the most important principles of all aspects of life that I have come to learn, albeit late in life. I wish I knew this stuff when I was 25, but even if I were to go back in time, tell myself at 25 years old what to do, what not to do, me at 25 would tell me at 60 to go F off. That's an absolute. This, because I was infallible then, as many of us are. When we're younger, we think we know it all, and we do know it all. At least that's the perception of it. So it's just one of the imbalances of life that we have to learn to try to balance. So the first, and I'm going to put the Hermetic principles in here right now for you all to look at. Okay, now that you've read those, you can go back and refer to them, do a screenshot of those principles, and refer to them in the near future, or as I do on a near daily basis. So last night or yesterday, a couple friends of mine, we all went out to eat, had a little snack in the afternoon. This one friend was talking about how Ozzy Osbourne, in his recent death, how much of a sinner he was, how Ozzy Osbourne embraced the dark side, whatever the hell that means, and how he was an evil man, and how he was into Satan and all this other foolishness. And I took umbrage with that. I said, well, I don't think you really know that. I don't think you really know what you're talking about, because good and evil are subjective, but they are also the same thing. They are absolutely 100% the same thing. Hot and cold are the same thing. Left and right are the same thing. This is one of the Hermetic principles. I was trying to tell my group of friends when they took umbrage with what I was saying. She said, "Oh man, there's no way. That's totally wrong. Ozzy was totally evil, and how can you?" And I said, "Look, you can go from love to hate because it's on the same table. It's the same table, just opposite ends of the spectrum. Good and bad, dark and light is the same thing. If you take away light, you have dark. If you take away dark, you have light. If you go into a room and it's dark, how do you make it not dark? You turn on the light. You cannot take an apple into a room that's dark and insert the apple and say, okay, apple, bring light. Those are two dissimilar things. They will not work. How many times have we all in life gone from loving this person to hating that person? I've experienced this. We all have. You cannot go from loving a person to feeling that person is a roll of cardboard. That's kind of a dumb analogy, but you cannot go from loving a person to oranging a person. I don't know if I'm using the right words or not, but they are dissimilar. They cannot migrate one to another. This is a great part of the religions that do not teach us. They don't. I never learned this in 60 years of going to the Mormon church, being a member of the Mormon church. I never learned any of this stuff because I don't think they knew it. And so when I, years ago, started to comprehend these Hermetic principles, I started to understand this stuff. I just recently did a rather simple but rather complex fix of a headlight on a Porsche. This had a headlight just like that right there. One of the inner tabs inside, and you can refer to the video, go look for it. It's one of my shorts. You can see I fixed it, but you had to run it through your brain first. You had to imagine it. You had to think it through. And that process is mentalism. You think it through, and that's why it becomes what it is. If you don't think through anything, if you don't ponder it, and if you don't see it in your mind's eye, you will never get there. Never. So, this friend, after the bills were paid, just bolted, popped smoke, bolted out of there, offended that I would challenge this person's understanding of good and evil, light and dark. I said, look, it's very simple. Good and evil are the same thing. God and the devil are the same thing. They are opposite ends of each other. You cannot have good without evil. Creation and destruction go together. They are the same friggin' thing. There's no other way around that. It's very difficult for people to grasp this. I get it. But for this person to tell me right then and there that I am wrong, I don't know what I'm talking about, and maligning all of my religious upbringing and my exposure and my reading the scriptures for multiple years, pondering things, thinking things, and most importantly, questioning things, for this person to go and besmirch that on me, that's when I unloaded on this person at the table. I said, look, this is totally wrong. Everything you just said is absolutely wrong. And how dare you come out and attack me for that? And I said, look, very simply, good and evil are the same thing. Ozzy Osbourne did what he did. I accept what he did. I don't care. I don't like his music. I did for a few years ago, many years ago. But I don't get into that. I don't listen to music anymore. Just observe me here. This is my life right here. Observe me. What do I listen to? I have a lifetime subscription to Sirius Radio, and I don't use it because I don't listen to Howard Stern anymore. That's the reason I bought the radio, to listen to that jackass Howard Stern. But he's gone off the rails. He's not. But anyway, I don't want to rant forever. I just want to say that everything is mental. You have to think it through. There is polarity. As above, so below. It all makes sense. And it's very difficult to learn. It's very difficult to comprehend. And it scares people, but don't be scared. Don't be scared. Embrace the unknowns. Embrace it. Say, I don't know this universe, but I am a God. I am God's creation. I'm not meant to suffer. God is not a cruel God. He doesn't want me to suffer. He doesn't want you to suffer. So just remember those things. Live life. Be happy. Be joyful. Don't be negative. Be curious. Think about things. Challenge things. Ponder things. And then you will create things. That's what you got to do. Anyways, rant over. Choose. Goodbye. Have a good day.